Battle royales are games that we all grew up playing. And it's a gaming genre that I don't want to see die because there's a lot of nostalgia, at least for me, connected with battle royales in general. From back in the day, playing Daisy with the guys, PUBG, then it was Fortnite, then it was Warzone, then it was Apex. I mean, these games were all great at one time or another. Sometimes you move to the next one, sometimes you kept playing the older ones, sometimes you came back to them. And today, I really want to talk about this game genre because I feel it is dying. The first game on the list of games I want to talk about that just quite simply aren't doing it anymore, which is Warzone. Now, Warzone originally it's one of those games where its peak was insane, right? Year one Warzone, when we were all in lockdown, it was a great game to play. It was popping. The casual side of things was healthy. The competitive scene was healthy. Everything about Warzone Year One was fantastic. The map was fantastic. It didn't feel too meta chasing. There really wasn't meta chasing because for the first 6 months, the meta gun wasn't that overpowered. I believe back in the day it was the M4 and the Growl, which were the meta guns. And all they did was they beamed, but they didn't do that much damage. You had the leisure shots, and I mean, some people like the CR, like the AMAX more because you could beam and hit harder. But I mean, everything in that game was fun. It was lit. Then it started to show its faults, right? So, like, for example, I think the Warzone today, the only reason why Warzone exists is to sell the mainline game in the series. Every time the meta switches, which is every week now, because they release a patch every week, changing up the meta entirely. And for people who have jobs, who go to work every day, who work 40-hour weeks plus 60 hours sometimes just to make it by, they don't want to have to go home and clock into a 9 to 5, right? The 5 to 9 just to level up their weapons so they can have a good time at night with their boys. Nobody wants to do that. And the reason why COD is switching their meta and Warzone every week, week after week, is so that they can sell the mainline game to make leveling easier for people. And then what the other pay to win aspect of Warzone has become, and this was kind of more of a problem like a year ago, I would say, it's kind of less so a problem now. It's buying the skin bundles so that you can have the meta guns if you don't want to buy the full game outright. What you used to have to do is complete challenges. Like for the MAC 10, you had to complete certain challenges, right, to unlock the MAC 10. And I mean, you could reasonably do that within Warzone. Like you didn't even need the mainline game. Then nowadays, it's, I would say, arguably way harder to unlock the new guns, and it's easier. Like they make it harder on purpose to unlock the guns in Warzone. So what they do instead is they release a skin bundle alongside of the gun so that you can just unlock the gun automatically. But you have to shell out $10 to unlock that new meta gun because the new gun is always meta. Then we ran into the issue of the maps not being the best, right? Verdansk, I mean, we'll probably never have a better map than Verdansk in general of battle royale maps. And there's top contenders, right? Like OG Fortnite map chapter 1 season 4. Those who know. That map is up there for contention, but those are really the only two maps up there for contention in terms of best BR maps at their time. And there's another one, Erangel PUBG on release. And that'll segue us into our next game in this genre, which is PUBG. And PUBG came out in 2017, 2018, I want to say. And man, was it fun to play back in the day. And it was basically my first real introduction to the hobby of gaming and battle royales in general. Like I want to say, I started off playing obviously Black Ops 2 back in the day, Rainbow Six Siege when it first launched. Then I kind of moved to PUBG, right? And PUBG came out in 2018, and PUBG was such a fun, realistic shooter. It looked good. It ran decently well. Getting your first winner chicken dinner was lit. Then something happened because I decided to revisit this game. And not only did I revisit this game a month ago, but I sunk serious hours into this game because I want what I'm like reporting on to be accurate. So I spent 67 hours on this game over the past month, right? And I really wanted to hone in on whether I'm being nostalgic or if this game is genuinely just shit right now. And I can comfortably say that this game is in the shittiest state it's ever been in. It has shit graphics. It runs poorly, and you have to pay to play ranked. I mean, you don't even have to do that for COD, and COD is literally a money sucking game, right? There's hackers left and right. Okay, me and my boy, like we're frying kids, and we're not bad at video games by any means. Me and Hanky and Gan. Um, and I'm rezzing my boy behind a building, and not even the squad that knocked my boy. A squad on the opposite side of the map is trying to shoot at me through a wall, but they're such idiotic hackers that or blatant hackers, I should say, that they're trying to shoot through a wall because they have walls and they don't understand that there's a wall there, right? Because I don't even think the house is rendered in for them yet. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This game is riddled with hackers. The hacking needs to be dealt with. And the gunplay is so great. The movement is stupid simple. That's what I like about this game. It's not like COD where you need to be dialed in. It's fun, it's relaxing. You get on with your boys at the end of the day. I really like the certain mechanics, like you get loadouts on the ground. Like there are no loadouts, I should say, but you pick up the different attachments, you attach them to your guns. That's what I like about this game, right? It has really cool movement because it's stupid simple, but it has everything you need in it, right? It's a tactical realistic shooter, I would say. But yeah, there's these other major things hold it back so much that honestly, in the big 2025, I would suggest not playing this game. I hate to say that because I under the sheetrock of all this shit, it has a great foundation. It has a great base. But the game in its current state is shit. Let's hop into Apex. Apex is another game BR game that took the world by storm. Came out after Fortnite. I mean, it was great when it came out, and it was great up until like I would say 2 years ago, a year ago. Really, I would say it was great. I would say 2 years ago. That was the last time it was great. But there's too many hackers in Apex, and the only people still playing the game are sweats, and it'll lure you in. The first game will lure you in, you and your boys, into thinking it's back to old Apex by giving you an easy lobby, right? So then you fry the lobby, and the next game, and the game after that, and the games for the next 4 hours, you're playing against only Pred players. Mind you, we've never peaked past Diamond before in this game. So why the fuck are we playing Pred players, right? We're coming back to the game after 2 years. We haven't played the game whatsoever. We win a game, we fry that lobby, then we get Pred players for the next 6 hours of the gaming session. We're dying off rip multiple times. Then we're trying to land not hot, trying to land uncontested. Then we get fried to late game. I feel like certain changes aren't the best. Like the way shield and Evo upgrades work, like how your Evo shields upgrade through this damage mechanic. Because honestly, there's weird workarounds that you can do with Evo shields, like where you purposely get knocked. And each time you get knocked, your Evo shield requirements go down 50. And so everything I disliked about Apex back in the day, they made it worse, right? That the game didn't feel like casuals could connect to it, that there was a good casual player base. That is long gone. And honestly, I would say unless you're a Predator player in the big 2025, I would not suggest playing Apex. Just don't do it. I mean, who wants to sit in lobbies for hours getting shit on and ran through? And it's just, again, it's not fun. Like, nobody wants to play with that. Our next game, Fortnite. Now, Fortnite, in my opinion, it's doing the best out of all the battle royales. It's kind of Fortnite is actually doing great. The song game mode, me and my boys played that on release. That shit was fire. It was all about timing. I love being the singer. My boys, like, we make a band, right? The Lego game mode, I wish you could do a little bit more in. I wish it was a little bit more like Minecraft in the way that you could literally do anything you want, but it's kind of bare bones right now. I do like it. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. It is fun, but I wish you could do a little bit more in it. The racing game mode's fun. I think it's great. It does exactly what it needs to do. It's not a racing game, but it is a fun little game mode that you can play, switches things up. My only complaint is that when you're not playing the ranked game mode, you're playing basically against bots. 90% of the lobby is bots, and maybe 10% are players. And that's being very generous with Fortnite. And that's why I don't like Fortnite. That's my only opinion with Fortnite. Go back to the days, season 2, season 7, chapter 1, right? Those days where you were struggling to get those wins back in the day. But when you got that win, when you got that winner chicken dinner, when you got that victory royale, you've like when you built your fort at the end game and you were towered up and you won the game, that feeling was phenomenal. That's how every win should feel when you're playing Fortnite. And to me, in all honesty, it's a little too, I want to say, childish nowadays, because it was always childish, but it's gone a little too far in that direction, right? And it has lost a little bit of its flavor, in my opinion. But I mean, in general, the game doesn't have too many hackers. It doesn't have too many sweats, right? It's producing great content day in, day out. You don't have to pay for anything. Yeah, this is probably the easiest game to go competitive in, because you don't even need a team. You can go solo and just frag the fuck out. Get your mechs insane. And tournaments are a completely open placement, so you can place into tournaments and actually win money. So in my opinion, Fortnite does all of this, does this whole genre the best right now, even though it definitely has some knockbacks. But I think it is shoulders above the rest of these games in the space right now. Now, that being said, I don't want to be the guy who just bitches about games and doesn't want to actually make it better. Like, I want this genre to become good again. I don't want to be sitting here 2 years from now bitching about the same bullshit, right? Because I don't want to just be that guy who bitches, right? Nobody should aspire to be a person like that, right? You should look to improve the area that you were bitching about, right? And so I actually want to make a game, and I may need help with this, but currently the game, I want it to have good graphics. I want it to be optimized well, right? And this is a lost start, but I really want to nail this optimization, right? And it's going to be hard, and I know that. And I'm not the best programmer, right? I'm an undergrad in chemical engineering. I have a kind of a busy schedule, but I'm gonna try my best, because I want to make this better. And I think if I start, trying to produce a game, I can sympathize more with game devs, right? But more recently, I've actually gotten way more mad at game devs since starting this process. But that's besides the point. I want to make a tactical, realistic battle royale with simple, sweet movement, with guns, and make it a realistic shooter where the gunplay feels rewarding, and overall that there's no hackers in it, right? That's a big thing you don't want, is hackers. Make casuals feel appreciated. Introduce fun mechanics, unique mechanics. I feel like when games prioritize pros way too much, they completely forget about the casuals of the space, right? I don't want to dampen anyone's fun, but I want to make the game good. You know what I'm saying? I want to make it look good. I want to make it play well, right? So I want it to be a realistic tactical shooter, right? That is a battle royale. And I want to give people that feeling again that we had back in the day playing these games. And that's my mission. And so feel free to reach out if you would like to help in this mission. But yeah, I guess that's going to be my passion project for the next couple of years, unless this video blows up, which I doubt it will. But I do want to leave this video off on a more optimistic outlook on the battle royale genre space. Warzone year 1, PUBG for the first 2 months, Apex even up to 2 years ago, sorry. and Fortnite Season 7, Chapter 1 in general. These were the times that we loved these games, and we loved them for a reason. They were fun, they had unique mechanics that we've never seen before. The devs constantly tried innovating, they took risk, and I want to bring this spark back to this space. And without further ado, y'all, remember, as always, junk it out and have a great day.